Did you get him?
Second ballot, so he says.
So he says. Bill, you may have to pull a Nixon.
What does pull a Nixon mean?
Go on television. Weep on the nation's shoulder with 2 Cocker Spaniels.
Tell him I'm not crazy, no. I admit it's possible to look directly into a camera to persuade the people I won't steal their money, but I promise you, Dick, you can't look a camera in the face and say, honest, I'm not crazy. I just had a nervous breakdown the way any regular fella might. It wouldn't work.
Why not?
Because it won't. Even if it did, I couldn't do it. I might laugh. It's too idiotic.
Well, there he is, our candidate.
On the 50th ballot.
No, things don't look that black. T.T. come to see you.
Yes, we agreed all colored people are highly musical with wonderful white teeth, but essentially children who never telephone when they aren't coming to work.
Well, who wound him up this morning?
Not I, said the campaign manager.
Uh-oh.
"71 seconds to dress."
Record still stands at 58 and a half.
Bill, I just heard that head doctor of yours in town.
He's preparing a statement to the effect that we're not crazy.
Well, even so, those big words like maniac, mania sound pretty scary to the average person.
Anybody's case history sounds scary.
And the South candidate for sheriff once got elected by claiming his opponent's wife was a thespian.
Excuse me.
I want to thank you for those 3 vice presidents you got me last night.
2.5. Marvin's on the fence. He's holding tight. Ever since Joe started spreading those little hints of his, they're all waiting.
Joe made a bleed.
This is Sheldon Bascom.
Who the hell is Sheldon Bascom? Oh, how are you? Excuse me, sir.
It's all right. Why, I never thought I'd meet a president. My hands sweat. I'm a little nervous, I guess. You know, I just now came in from Wilmington, where I live. Outside Wilmington's actually where I live. It's a little suburb.
Dick, what have you been up to?
Mr. Bascom was in the Army with Joe Cantwell.
In the Army? Well, now we're getting somewhere. What was it? Was he a member of the Communist Party? Or the Ku Klux Klan? Or did he run the other way when the guns went off?
Well, sir, Mr. President, sir, we weren't anywhere around where there were guns.
They were both in the Aleutians, the island of Adak Quartermaster Corps.
We were there a year. Oh, well, maybe more like 18 months for me and, maybe 16, 17 months for Joe. And, well, let's see, he came there February 43, and I got there,
I'm sorry, Mr. Bascom. I'm afraid we're not interested.
Bill, let's hear the dirt, whatever it is.
Well, Joe, I sure hate talking about him. I mean, telling something so awful.
I had a line on this months ago and finally tracked it down. Go on, tell him, Mr. Bascom.
Well, Joe Cantwell was the captain, and I was captain. And Joe Cantwell was, well, you know how it is, sir, sometimes when there's all those men together, and
No female companionship?
That's right. Although we had some nurses later on, but not enough to make much difference. And, well, it was just, I mean, there were all those men.
And no women.
Come on, Dick, stop it, will you?
Let's not get ahead of
You
ourselves.
know Joe's not like that.
I find this very interesting. Now, Mr. Bascom. I should say Captain Bascom.
I was a major, actually. I was promoted just before my discharge in 46. And I'm in the reserve, the inactive reserve. But if there's another war, I'll be the
Major Bascom.
first one.
Do I understand, by the way you are slowly beating around the bush, that Joe Cantwell was what we used to call, when I was a boy, a degenerate?
Yes, sir, Mr. President, sir. That's just what I mean.
I don't believe it. No man with that awful wife and those ugly children can be anything but normal.
Bill, whether you believe it or not is beside the point.
Even if it's true, so what?
Bill, I, too, am a tolerant man. I personally do not care if Joe Cantwell enjoys carnal knowledge of a McCormick Reaper, but I do care about finding a way to stop him cold.
Look here, Art, I'm the one who's running for president. As for you, Dick.
Bill, will you at least listen to this man?
No. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm working for the wrong team.
Perhaps you are. Perhaps you'd be happy with Cantwell, helping him throw his mud. Sorry.
Bill, as a favor to an old man in his sunset years, just listen to Major Bascom. That's all. Just listen.
All right. I'll listen. As a favor to a friend.
That's fine, Bill. After all, how often does $1 million drop into your lap? Not to mention the presidency. Major Bascom, you just sit right down here. Make yourself comfortable. And tell us your story, omitting no details, no matter how sordid.